Good morning. My name is Kevin Wagner, and I will be the Code Enforcement Special Magistrate for today's hearing. I wanted to begin by explaining how this process is going to work. I typically hear building cases first on the agenda, then the city will call the cases as they appear on the agenda. If you've appeared at today's hearing, your case will be called before those cases where no one has appeared. But that is only true if you have signed in. So the sign-up sheet is in the rear of the chamber. Please make sure you have done that. Once your case is called, I ask that you come down to the podium on my right-hand side, which is over there. The city will put on its testimony and evidence first, after which you will give an opportunity to review this evidence and ask any questions of the city's witnesses. You will also have the opportunity to testify and present me with any of your own evidence. Once I've heard all the evidence and testimony, I will make a ruling. I will also enter a written order either today at the hearing or in the next few days, which you will receive a copy of. If you have any questions as we go through the process, please feel free to ask them. This is not a formal courtroom. The formal rules of evidence do not apply here. However, although this is not a formal courtroom, all testimony given today is taken under oath. So if you're going to testify or you think that you might testify, or there's a possibility that you might testify, I'm going to ask that you stand and raise your right hand, and I will swear you in. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Florida? Yes. Please be seated. The city can call their first case.
First case number 1805 Belvedere Road, CE 201-00290, number 1.
Good morning. My name is Tim Large, Chief Plumbing Inspector for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was originally cited on October 20th of 2020 for interior demolition work being done without the benefit of permits or inspections. At this point, we have proper service through certified mail, return receipt, and also posting of the property. At this time, the building permit has been issued for the demolition. They are moving forward, showing good faith with getting this in compliance. I spoke to the owner yesterday and informed him he also had to get a plumbing permit for the demolition and also for the electrical, which he's in the process of taking care of. I'd like to give the property owner 45 days to obtain the electrical and plumbing permits or face a $50 a day fine.
So tell me what's going on this property?
When I cited it, it was just, as you can see the pictures, it was there was a complete demolition going on. I don't know what the owner's intent is with this.
So you came upon I guess somebody probably reported it.
Well, actually, I was citing the structure next to it, and I was riding by this, and the door was open, and I saw this, and saw all this work being done in there without permits.
So currently, they need a demolition permit?
Yeah, they currently do have a demolition permit for building demolition for the removal of the walls and cabinets and stuff like that was in there.
And they need one for plumbing as well?
They need to get a plumbing permit for the demoing of the plumbing that was done, and also an electrical permit for the demolition of the electrical work that was done.
So they need 2 additional permits?
2 additional permits, yes, sir.
And you wanted to give them 50 days to do that?
45 days. And I've spoken to the owner yesterday about that, and he said that should be more than enough time for him to get the permits and come into compliance.
And what fine were you looking for? After 45 days, what fine were you looking for?
Obtain all permits within 45 days or a $50 a day fine be imposed.
All right, is there anyone here on behalf of the respondent? All right, in case CE 201-00290, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 105.1, 109, and 110. Respondent has 45 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $50 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 2507 Erie Place, CE 200300148.
Morning, Dan Kempa, Building Inspector, City of West Palm. This violation was for a re-roof on this residence. Notification was served by registered mail and property posting. The permit has been obtained and was given 6 months extension to get final inspections and close. Nothing has happened. So the city would ask for 30 days to comply with FBC 110.3 inspections or $100 a day fine after the 30 days.
So if I understand correctly, in this case, they re-roofed the building without a proper permit?
Correct?
And you gave them 60 days, or I guess 6 months, to obtain the permit and get it issued?
No. I gave them an extension. This is way back from, the original violation was written, I believe, in 3/20. And I gave him some extensions, and then he finally got a permit. And then once you receive a permit, excuse me, you get a 180-day extension to get your inspections and close the permit. He hasn't complied with his 180 days. The permit's going to come up for expiration. So,
So those 180 days have expired?
yes.
Have you had any contact with the respondent?
Pardon me?
Have you talked to him at all, Frank
No.
Ugarte?
No.
No. Is anyone here on behalf of the owner, Frank Ugarte? All right, in case CE 200301448, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 110.3. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance. A fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 3801 Village Boulevard, number 307 CE 21010326, number 3. We do have someone signed in for this case. Mr. Cleveland Scruggs.
Good morning. Attilio Belisle, Inspector for the City of West Palm Beach. Property was initially cited on 1/25/21 for work being commenced without proper permit or inspections. We received a certified mail and proper posting on site of the property. And the tenant of the property is currently present. He is obtaining the permits right now, currently going through the plan review process. He has applied for his electrical, his sign, his electrical sub for the sign, the mechanical for the hood suppression, the gas, and the commercial interior have all been applied for. However, he still has to go through the review process to obtain the proper permits. City's recommending 30 days to obtain all the permits. After that, $250 a day.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Cleveland Stubbs.
I'm sorry, one more time, a little slower.
Cleveland Stubbs.
And sir, you're the tenant on this property?
I am
What kind of property is this, sir?
a restaurant.
Proper pictures. These are not the proper pictures.
So you're building out a restaurant?
Yes, sir.
So the city says you're doing it without permits, is that true?
They started without the permit. I was the person who came down and I checked to see if the permits were in place. When I found it wasn't, I gathered all the people who were doing the work. I met with Mr. Battles and about 6 of his people, including the fire marshal, and they said, here's what you need to do. From that point, we executed that. We met with a new engineer who has now submitted all of the documents for the permit. And the permits have been going on now. We have failures and pass, and we have just a few more to go. We're waiting for those to be completed through the review process, and that's what we're waiting on at this time.
The city wants to give you 30 days to get your permits. Does that sound like a sufficient amount of time, sir?
No, sir, because the city, it's been now almost 4 months that I've been working with the city trying to get permits. So 30 days, if they come back and they fail me again with, a known reputable architectural firm, an engineering firm, they have failed them over, they've passed them and failed them. So if they fail them in the next 30 days, 2 or 3 times again, that's not going to be sufficient time. We need more time.
How much time do you need?
I would say 60 days maximum. All the permits are being applied for months, 4 months now, in and out.
What's the city's position on that?
60 days should be more than enough time to obtain all of his permits. City will accept.
I agree, sir. I'll give you the 60 days. All right, in case CE 210100326, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of listed code sections, respondent shall have 60 days to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of up to $250 per day may issue. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Number 8, 733 Selkirk Street, CE 200300382. Number 8, 733 Selkirk Street.
Good morning. Alberto Fernandez, Building Inspector for the City of West Palm Beach. On April 21st, 2020, a stop work order was issued for a re-roof, and let's see, I'm sorry, on March 21st of 2020, the stop work order was issued. Notice of violation was also posted on April 3rd, 2021 of this year, and to this day, still nothing has been done. No permit has been pulled.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. You issued a stop work order on March 21st of last year
Yes,
for re-roofing. I assume you observed this during an inspection?
yes. And since then, me and the owner have been in contact. And there's been several reasons why she couldn't make it down here, and I kept on extending it. COVID was part of the reason it came to. But just now, she's obtained, she applied for the permit, but she hasn't done anything yet for it, though. She hasn't paid for it. And I reached out several times and not returning my calls.
When did she apply for the permit?
Permit was applied, let me see. Let me see. Sorry, 1 second. I believe it was applied January 1st of this year.
And since she
No,
applied,
the 5th. I'm sorry, the 5th.
so since January 5th, she hasn't come to pick up the permit or pay for it?
No.
What remedy are you seeking here?
$50 a day till compliance.
And how many days did you want to give her for compliance?
30.
Is there any reason that she couldn't come into compliance by simply paying for the permit and picking it up in the next 30 days?
I've been trying to get a contact with her. She doesn't return calls.
All right, is there anyone here on behalf of the respondent? All right, in case CE 200300382, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 105.1, respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance, or fine of $50 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 10, 708 57th Street, CE 201100218.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Philip Petty, Chief Electrical Inspector. I'll be doing this for Frank Giaquinto, who is in training today. We found the violation when we were going there to inspect for adding a solar system to the building for solar voltaic, and cited the owner. We got service by posting, and the back structure, as you can see, was added too close in front of the meter can, and there's an entire area that has been installed without a permit, an entire building that we've never been in it. We just got to see that where it crosses over, the wire crosses over the top of that. All that in the rear, the gray part, has been built without permits. So we cited the owner, and we've give him extensions. I understand there can be troubles getting permits and stuff, but they haven't really done anything. So I think we've already given them 2 30s, and just looking for compliance in it. I don't know if they're gonna have to tear it down, but they're gonna need somebody to go, a contractor to go in there and figure out if the building can stay or not. Because that's
Let me
quite
see
a
if I
large
understand this
area that was
correctly.
installed without a permit.
They built an ancillary structure in the rear of this home?
Yes, sir.
And as far as you know, there are no permits on the record for this structure?
Positive. See the gray area that you see coming toward you? That, yes, sir. Because we could never allow the building to be built that close underneath the drop from FPL.
Yeah, I suspect not. That doesn't look terribly safe.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
When did you notice this?
The first red tag came out, give me a second here. This is, I'm kind of doing this as a hit, came on this morning. The original red tag was posted,
I see it 11/3/2020.
yeah. It's been quite some time.
And to the best of your knowledge, the owner of the property has not taken any steps to rectify the situation?
Not so far. I mean, they've been trying to get, I know it's going to be very expensive, 11/3/2020. And we had to post the building instead of getting service. And got some pictures of that, I guess. But we need to get something done. So if we gave them 60 days and $50 a day thereafter, that'd at least give them an easy start.
All right, is anyone here on behalf of the respondent, Frank Giacinto? All right, in case CE 20110218, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of 105.1 and 110.26. Respondent has 60 days to come into compliance or a fine of up to $50 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 11, 2300 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, CE 21020301.
Good morning. I'll continue on with another one of Frank's violations. And this was a fire alarm panel installed without a permit at 2300 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, Unit 105. And it started out with a red tag, that we cited him. And then I got an email last night, or yesterday, that they had taken the panel out, the electrical panel, but they still haven't had a permit for any of the work. So now we've got electric work in a commercial building without a permit. So this one's a little bit more critical than the last one. We posted that one as well. So we might want to go with, 30 days, $150 a day. Because it is a commercial building and it would affect someone else.
Is anyone here on behalf of Executive Center LLC? So they installed an electrical panel without a permit, and then when you noticed it, they removed the electrical panel? Is that what we're
Well,
saying?
they started out putting a fire alarm panel in without a permit and doing the
goodness.
connection. And then they ended up putting in an electrical panel as well. And so yesterday I got a email with some pictures showing that they had supposedly removed the panel. And, but still it was all done without a permit in a commercial building. So we can't
They probably would have needed a permit to remove it.
positively. So now we've got work done without permits.
So instead of
that-
fixing the issue, which I imagine they thought they were doing, they compounded it.
Yes, sir. Kind of compounded it a little bit.
All right. Is anyone here on behalf of Executive Center LLC? All right, in case CE 21020301, make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of 105.1. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $150 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Case number 32, 829 32nd Street, CE 21030489. Number 32, 829 32nd Street.
Good morning. Ray Leung, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 829 32nd Street was initially cited on 3/23/21 with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 3/24/21. Certified mail was sent on the same day, 3/24/21. Property was cited for 9471C and 94-6. Contact has been made with the owner and the construction company who did place the materials on the property. Most of the materials have been removed from the property as of now. Special magistrate, the city requests an additional 30 days to come into compliance, or $150 per day until compliance is achieved.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, sir. Good morning. My name is Nelson Bello. I'm here on behalf of Hinterland Group, the contractor working with the city of West Palm Beach to do the water main replacement there within the historical neighborhood, downtown city of West Palm Beach. Currently, we've pretty much removed majority of the materials that were currently there. We let the city project manager at the time know that, you know, what our intentions were with utilizing that ground. It was okayed. They approved it at the time. Ultimately, I guess it wasn't okay. It was a code violation, and we ended up just relocating over to a commercial property, that an industrial commercial property that we could use as our storage yard.
Did the city give them permission to use this?
No.
So we pulled a permit with FDOT, and they allowed us to use the property there, sir.
Yes, the new property that they're relocating the materials to, they have permission to use that, just not the residential.
No, just not the residential. Yes, sir. So we cleared out the staging area where that we were utilizing within the residential neighborhood.
So we're almost there, right? You're moving the stuff to someplace that both you and the city agree is appropriate.
Yes, sir. We have about 2 loads of rock remaining there, and it was scheduled this morning to be moved over to our new yard.
City wants to give you an additional 30 days. Is that a sufficient amount of time to get the stuff moved?
Yes, sir. I believe that is more than fair.
Okay. All right, in case CE 210300489, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I found the property in violation. Listed code sections, respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of up to $150 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Number 16, 518 18th Street, CE 2102037. Number 16, 518 18th Street.
Did you say 16? Yeah. We're going backwards?
The order they signed in.
Good morning, Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited February 26. Certified mail was signed for on March 3rd. The property and City Hall were posted March 10th. Property was cited for 1816A, 2635B, 7434A1J, 9442A, and 9471C. I've had contact with the property owner. Special magistrate, at this time, the property is in compliance with the code sections, but this is a repeat violation, referencing notice CE 2002009. The owner was cited for code sections 1816A, 94482A, 9471C, and 7434A1J, and had a $12,600 lien put on the property. This violation was discovered on February 16th and was out of compliance for 22 days. So at $100 a day, the city's requesting a lien of $2,200 placed on the property.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, my name is Hua Yang.
So what's going on?
Okay, so this is my first time here. I'm not familiar with this. Actually, this is heavy, frustrating, and I'm been nervous for a long time. This is such a torture. The last year, that was the other tenants. That tenant has been there for 6 years with the other code officer. The other code officer is so friendly. You know, every time you solve a problem, they can tell you what is, you still need improvement. But since this officer come here, this is just really heavy. So let's talk about this time, okay? This time, since she put this notice, she said she put it on the on your list, you posted on the 10th. You mailed it to me on the 3rd, right? So I received the letters on the 5th, but I know it before it a little earlier. It just happens my realtor have some other issue talking, then they tell me a little earlier. Then I talked to the inspector earlier. So then you posted at the 10th. I already make it done by the 5th. At March 5th, I already started sending her email. At March 5th, March 8th, March 11th, March 5th, I already said, property is ready. I'm done. I completed all those things. So the whole situation basically is my tenants, he's replacing the lawn turf, the grass. So we did complete within 2 days, as long as we know this. But she didn't reply at all until May 11th. She replied. So we spoke about this violation on the phone thoroughly, and every violation with you along with my explanation. I have given you every information you requested. I'm not sure what more I can do for you. This is March 11th. However, when I look at her records later on, March 10th, she already said it's complete, already done. You're okay. Why you cannot just tell me you're okay? You passed. So within that 2 weeks, I'm just, I thought it's gonna be like last year again. I'm gonna go to put a lien or something. So you just tell me, okay, you're already okay. She don't. I just such a torture. I'm keep asking. What I'm saying, all I want is cooperating. Can you simply tell me what items left is not meet the requirements? I explained so many. I said, just, our purpose is we want to make the community beautiful. We not hate each other. Why you treat me like an enemy, not friends? I complained. I told, actually, I'm not the intent was to complain at that time, but I talked to her supervisor a few times. And they recorded it down. They twisted my meaning. They said that he accused the city to treating him as an animal. I mean, my English is bad, but I just don't know why you twist. I didn't say you treat me as an animal. I've been explaining for so long time, can we be friendly? Can we not be an enemy each other? They write it down. They said, I accused them to treat me as an animal. And
Hold on. Let me see if I can understand correctly. Okay, so you inspected this property when? The first time when you noticed the violation?
I noticed the violation on February 16th.
Okay. And you cited the property on the 22nd? Or?
The 26th is when it actually was processed and sent out, yeah. But as far as mailing, I don't control mailing.
All right,
But I just want to give a little bit more insight into what he said. So I did not know that he had applied for a lien reduction for some of his other properties. So he was already cited. At the time, when he applied for the lien reduction, he did receive a message, I believe, from the supervisor letting him know that they cannot move forward with the lien reduction because he had open cases, right? And that's when he contacted me. Special Magistrate, I've dealt with Mr. Yang last year on this property. The issue is that he cannot get compliance. The issue is that Mr. Yang does not feel that he needs to come to the area and check on his tenants, which is why his case from last year accumulated as much as a fine as it did. We spoke several times. He came into City Hall several times. Not only did I speak to him, my coworker spoke to him, the front desk spoke to him. He refuses to do the simple task of going to the property and making sure that it is in compliance. Every time he calls, it would be, my tenant said it's fine. My tenant said it's fine. Can I go and check? No, I cannot do that for you. I'm not your property manager. You own this property. If you feel unsafe in the area, as you stated, you should not have invested in the area. So don't try to put that on code enforcement. And he's spoken with every last one of us, and we've explained to him, you have to manage the property. You have to ensure that these things are not happening. When he had the wrong address on the property appraiser's website, I walked him through that and made sure he got that straightened out. I have been more than helpful, but Mr. Yang is not meeting us halfway. He wants me to go and manage his property for him, and that's the issue.
Mr. Yang?
Yes.
So the city is saying that you're not keeping up on your property. You want them to go and inspect it.
I cannot be, I'm cooperating sincere, honestly. I'm cooperating, I'm working on this. If you don't look at it before, just look at this record, how I'm working on this. Who is not cooperating? I don't get it. I don't know how can I do better on this.
I mean, okay, so I'm a neutral third party here, but I can tell you that generally speaking, the city's position is not wrong, which is you are responsible for your property, not the city, right?
I understand.
So if there's an issue on your property, the city's job isn't to sort of check your property periodically and let you know what's going on. It's your job to keep your property up.
I understand that part.
Right. So
And
the
I
city
already-
says that you weren't in compliance for 22 days. Is that accurate or is that inaccurate? The city says you were not in compliance for 22 days. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
For this time?
Yes.
No. Why is that? So you have the record here.
Well, let's, because that's an important issue for me. So the property was cited from the 16th to when?
The March 10th.
So March 10th. And you complied it on March 10th because,
I inspected the property and it was complied at that time, which I explained to him on the phone. I understand that he's reading email threads, but I would not respond to the email thread because we would speak on it on the phone. He also spoke to the supervisor on the phone, and then he would send an email about the same conversation. Then he would call and we would speak about it. So that's why I don't understand. His records are flawed because he's saying we're not responding, but we spoke on the phone about all these items. Not only did we speak to him, we also spoke to his future buyer of that property. So we've been in contact with not only him, but everybody else that is interested in this property. So the violation was discovered, as you can see in the photographs, on February 16th. I do not control the mailing. I don't know when they go out. So when you got it, that wasn't on me. But even prior to it, to you receiving the notice, you did receive an email letting you know your lien reduction cannot move forward because you had this open case. So you have an email letting you know there was a violation. You received a mailing that said you had a violation, and we posted the property showing that you had a violation. We did our part with the city. The issue is you were not willing to meet us halfway, and even your investors are not willing to meet us halfway because they put the burden of trying to get this property in compliance on the city.
let me hear from the code supervisor. Hold on one second, Mr. Yang.
Oh, he must have.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Can
Hi. Morning, Mitch Posner, Code Enforcement. Bottom line is, whenever he received the notice, he already knew about it. Because of the lien reduction, he responded to that with a phone call to me. He was informed of the case before he even received the notice that had already been sent out. Just hadn't got there yet. Cassandra St. Hilaire's statements about the improper PAPA address and his unwillingness to comply are accurate. Over the course of a month with several conversations, it was just repeated requests to make this go away because he wants to do his lien reduction, and to tell us that we're doing it wrong because we should call him and tell him when his property is not in compliance. And I explained several times, we are not here to be the property manager for rental properties.
All right, Mr. Yang, I'll let you have the last word.
Okay, my last word. So what they said is wrong. The mailing out, this their records, your records, I downloaded here. So, and I don't have this information. You never tell me where I can get the information. This eventually I got it from here as a download. So the mail out is not February, it's March 1st. March the 3rd, received the mail. March 5th, I already tell you I'm done. And then March 10th, you posted. So I did it before you posted. Your records. This is on your records. This is number one. Number two, you explained that to me, you're not managing my property I totally understand. I don't ask you to managing my property. I just want you to be friendly. I just don't want to be, you somewhere you hate me. I don't know. But, you said that you emailed to me. You didn't. I asked you, you can call me or you email me. Can you do that? You have my email, you have my phone number. Why don't you just let me know before last year, that one you put to hearing, I don't even know that. I don't know, but eventually I'm not complying. So if I know that there is a hearing, I'm going to come in last year. I don't have a lien there. I don't know at all. So, again, I don't have any problem with the old officer. I have this one. I even told when I complained to the manager, I said, you guys makes me cannot stay in this county, cannot stay in this city. So you recorded everything I said here. You don't say you recorded what I said on that part. You just twist my meaning here, recorded it down here.
All right, this is what I'm going to do in this case, okay? So case CE 210203767. As a matter of law, under the repeat violation statute, the liability lands at the moment that the property is inspected and found to be in repeat violation, so that the notice issue is actually sort of, it doesn't go to the scope of the fine in this particular case. There's not an issue about whether there was notice. There's an issue about whether or not you received the notice in a certain amount of time. But that's not actually terribly relevant to the particular issue in this particular case. With that said, I'll give you some leeway on the notice issue. So I'm going to say that this property was in violation under the listed code sections for 18 days. And I'm going to find that said violations are a repeat violation under the code and the statute. I'm going to assess a fine of $100 per day for a fine of $1,800. Thank you for coming in.
I have all the records here. You want to get this?
I'm
I have the
good.
date, exactly the date.
I don't need anything else. We're done. Thank you for coming in, sir.
That's not fair, sir.
Number 482361 Oak Tree Lane, CE 2103031. Number 482361 Oak Tree Lane.
So anywhere I can appeal compliant?
You'll get a copy of the order in the mail. I'll mail you the copy of the order.
Yep, right there.
Good morning, Magistrate. We both need to be sworn in.
Sir, have you been sworn in?
No.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Florida?
I do.
Yes. Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On March 8th, the property at 2361 Oak Tree Lane was cited for roof repair. Roof in need of repairs may require permits. And clean and sanitary. Roof in need of pressure washing. Certified mail was sent March 9th. Certified mail was received March 18th. I have been in contact with the property owner. We discussed the violations. Seems like he's had difficulties with his insurance company. But I received numerous complaints of the condition of the roof. It's been in this manner for a number of years. With that being said, City is recommending 120 days to come into compliance, or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Excuse me?
Can you tell me your names, sir?
My name is Raphael O'Manon, sir.
And you are the owner of this property, sir?
2361 Oak Tree Lane, that's I own it, the property owner.
So the city is saying that your roof is in need of repair and it's dirty. Is that true?
Nope, they're wrong.
They're wrong. Okay.
Yeah, they're very wrong, sir. I got 3.5 years architecture design for University of New York
Okay, yeah, you have to slow down a little bit and talk into the mic, or I can't hear
Three and a
you.
half year architectural design for the University of New York.
I need you to speak.
Prior
into-
that I went to
Sir,
Ontario.
sir, I need you to speak into the mic a little bit slower so I can understand you.
Oh, I have 3 years of architectural design from the University City of New York City, NYU. And my roof has a leak by the skylight. I went in the back, they put $80,000 to renovate my house, which I got received for 90 grand with me here, and did all the repair. Now, the homeowner, the treasurer from the homeowner association, back in July of 2008, I had a tarp by the Skylark, which is 9 by 11, and another one 9 by 11 to the back. And they was cleaning, doing power cleaning the roof, which is part of the HOA fee. And I asked him, well, how come you're not gonna do that? Oh, you got the tarp, but do one after you finish the roof. That was in 2018, okay?
Sir, I honestly, I don't need the whole history. I'm
In
just
2000
hold on 1 second. Can you hold that picture right there?
It's a, this, I
Can you,
can't-
sir, can you look at the picture? Look at the picture behind you.
Yeah,
Is that the condition of your roof?
yep,
And you don't agree that it needs to be repaired?
I would give you the answer, sir. Then, in 2000, instead of doing every year, they said they're gonna do every 2 years. I said, fine. So, when I went to there, I asked him, John, what happened to mine? They do, all my neighbors, they didn't do mine. And then he said, oh, you cannot do that because something wrong with the roof. I said, how do you know? I can go from I extended the patio, the lane, and enclosed another 371 cubic feet of living space to my home. It cost me $30,000 with impact glass doors and windows. And I made entry from the back to go all the way to the front of the house. You can walk from one side to the other, but you have pictures. I got 200 pictures. I got everything you want. I have it here with me. Okay? And go one back and forth. Now, in 2008, June 2000,
Hold on 1 second. Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
you don't know. You don't see that.
This is the way the conversation went on the phone. That's why I suggested he come to hearing and ask for extended time. He's keep going on and on about who he gave money to, who is he litigating this with. But the complaints that I'm getting is that the roof has been in that condition for about 7 years. And people are starting to complain about the plywood that's up there, the sandbags and stuff like that. They're a little afraid that they're gonna become hazards, which is true. So something needs to be done with the roof. It cannot remain in this manner. And I did explain it to Mr. Mano over the phone that it cannot
You don't
remain
talk to me?
in that manner.
Mr. Manon,
I'm 24/7. I don't work. I'm 100%
Miss-
retired.
Mr. Manon, please, just for a minute here. I don't know what the issues you have with whoever it is you hired to do. Hold on 1 second and please just listen to me, okay? I don't know what the issues you've had with various people working on your house, which is clearly what you're trying to tell me. The only issue for me is that I can see that your roof is not in a good condition and it needs to be repaired. And that is the only issue that is important to me because that's the issue that the city has brought to me. And so what I need from you, sir, is some understanding of when and if you're able to get your roof fixed.
Sir.
Do you understand what I'm asking you?
I understand that, sir. We're going to do one thing at a time. Power clean, power wash the roof, okay? I put a ceiling in that roof when I bought the house. It cost me $198 for 5 gallon, and I put six pail of 5 gallon each to seal it, okay? When I bought the roof, I went to United States Veteran Association to get the loan. I could have paid cash for that house if I wanted to, but I had to pay my kid, medical school and law school. So because I retired, I said, I don't want to have a bill. So whenever they can afford, they can give me some money back. So I have an inspection dated July 15, 2015, from the city. I have an appraisal from the city for the multiple listing, complete and mitigation, which I have it here, okay? To make sure that the house is immovable.
So I can't speak to any of that.
I gotta get to the point.
None of it is
The
relevant
only
to
way
me.
he's gonna understand what he's talking about. That's the only way he's gonna understand, because I can understand him.
Sir,
Everything I do, sir,
hold
I
on
do
one
my
second.
own blueprints.
Hold on. The only thing that I'm concerned about, can we get that one picture of the roof and just freeze it for a second?
Now you see the close proximity is with the neighbor to the south of him? That's my concern.
Sir, can turn around and just look at the picture that they're showing.
But now,
Yeah.
you just took a picture of that. That's a recent picture on it.
Yeah, this
The March probably.
okay.
And you know how you got there?
Okay,
Because
the only-
the guy who was the HOA president, not president, the treasurer, him and I had an argument because his attitude. And we got him fired. I said, I don't work for you. You work for us.
Sir, what I need to know is how much time do you need to fix
I have,
that?
right now, my insurance company holding a $57,747 check they were supposed to give me. Because first of all, I got scanned. I got me represented by my attorney. I got also got scanned by the prosperity probably adjuster. When I had the issue with had two broken pipe on my house, I finished decorating the inside. They had 3 inches of water all over my house. Okay, and my wife had to go to my son's house, my son's home for 2 months, and to get all the humidity out of it. When he come and file the claim, I say, I got.
So the city has asked me to give you 120 days to fix that. Is that enough time for you to get this
All
fixed?
I gotta do, from here, I go into, I'm suing the insurance company for lying, misrepresentation, and
Sir,
discrediting myself.
I can't get involved in
I know,
whatever
I know, it's
litigation
my
you're on.
problem.
I just need an
They
answer.
have a
I
release-
just
they
need
have a
an
check
answer.
for $57,000. I want them to
Is
release it.
120 days sufficient time for you to get your roof fixed?
Yeah, I can 120. Yeah. All I have to do is get them to release my check for $57,000. That's why I go to see an attorney.
Okay, so I'm going to give you that 120 days, but
Okay.
that, what I'm
And now the
talking
roof,
about,
sir-
I just want to make sure that you and I understand each other.
Yeah,
Look, that
sir.
picture of that roof needs to be cleaned and repaired. Do you understand?
The HOA is responsible for it, to clean the roof.
I can't
Sir-
speak to that. I know for the purposes of this,
Your
that
Honor,
this is your
see
property.
this? State of Florida. Everything I do in my house, it makes you get all the coding, city code.
Does he have
Okay?
anyone that can
You
help
see
him?
this here? I just got
Went to the same thing on the phone.
$40,000 impact.
Same thing on the phone.
Because I don't even think whatever order I give, he's going to
He don't know what he's talking
understand.
about.
Hold on one
I
moment.
went to- sir.
There's no, he doesn't have any family members or people around that can help him?
It doesn't seem that way. But what I'm hearing from the homeowners association is just him and his wife at the property. I don't know how true that
Oh, he's
is.
not there, he's not there. Should be,
So,
he's been in my house about 6 months out of the last 2.5 years. Because of the issue that I have with the insurance company, my attorney, he rotten. I report the attorney to the State Commission of Insurance, okay, about his representation, and they scammed me. And he took I just put $16,000 of my money in his pocket. And when I went to talk to him, I said, I cannot talk to you, I have to talk to the attorney. He referred me to an attorney who's also a scam lawyer. I'm going to go after him because I got 3 people in my family, they're attorneys, okay? My 2 sisters and my niece.
Is there maybe some veteran services that we could refer him to?
I really don't know.
So the claim is for the roof,
I really don't know.
Your Honor, the claim is for the roof is they say that the attorney had no, he was not representing into the roof, only for all the inside broken pipe. And they say he told the insurance company after I went after him, I want to go to a litigation.
All right. Sir,
They get to
this
court.
is what
So
I'm.
we, excuse me, so
okay.
let me tell you this a little bit story, please.
Honestly, the litigation that you're having and the issues with
minutes.
your attorney is beyond the scope
Please,
of my
please.
authority.
I had no attorney to fight him. I got rid of
I
him.
can't help you with that.
I don't want you to help me. I know what I can handle it.
What I'm going to do in this particular, because the only issue before me is the case of your roof. So what I'm going to
gonna
do
take care of it.
is I'm going to give you 120 days. That's
From today's
4
date.
months from today
Yeah,
to get your
then
roof
is,
fixed.
Sir, I cannot. The United States federal government will not give me a loan for $300,000. When I purchased the house, 3 inspections, sir, that they say that my roof was damaged when I bought the house. Wrong. According to standard federal government regulations,
Okay.
the house had to be livable. I have an inspection that pay out of my pocket, and July 27 before I signed for the closing of the house on August
Honestly,
12.
sir, I honestly wish there was more I could do to help you.
took another $55,000 loan, equity loan.
You're telling me things that I can't help you with, sir, so I don't know why
understand, but
you want to tell
This is
me.
the story.
All right, in case CE 210303131, I find the property is in violation. I'm
You better
giving the
get me
respondent
before you start
120 days to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $100 per
Better
day.
get informed.
Sir, so you're going to get the 120 days to get your roof fixed?
Okay, I'm
but
going to
I-
go after the insurance company.
I'd highly recommend that you get some help to deal with these situations, sir, because it seems like you're having a lot of trouble here, okay?
All I understand. The thing is, every time I get to attorney, this guy, that clown.
Thank you for coming in, sir.
Sir, here's a copy of your order.
The wrong stuff, okay? And he better learn before he start talking out of his mouth. You're talking to a well-educated man. I know what I'm talking about.
Next case, number 6, 410 Northwood Road, CE 210305000, number 6, 410 Northwood Road.
Sir, we're going to need you to step back from the podium. Mr. Mannon,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need you to step back from the podium. I have to go to the next case.
Yeah. So you got to show the rule when I put the house, everything here.
Thank you, sir.
You don't want to see this, because I'm going to walk all over here. That's why you don't want to see this. That's fair. See this? I know fly by 9. I get the United States a blank check for my life to go to Vietnam. See all this?
I appreciate your service,
Very
sir.
high trained men.
Officer Petrick.
Hey, good morning. Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is in reference to a business that has a current business tax receipt and certificate of use to operate as a tobacco retail store. However, it's been operating as a nightclub or an event hall, as well as a tobacco store since at least February of this year. The property was also cited for having trash and debris stored in the rear of the building along the alleyway. A notice violation was issued via certified mail and posting on March 25th. It required the trash and debris to be cleaned up within 10 days and to cease operating outside the approved business tax receipt and certificate of use and violating the city ordinance restricted land use code upon receipt. Our office started receiving complaints in early March from area businesses, some of which who are properly licensed to sell alcohol, regarding a tobacco shop selling alcohol and having alcohol being consumed inside the business. Residents complained of loud music coming from the business from a live DJ. In the zone where this business is located, nightclubs are prohibited. In early March, I contacted the business owner, Raul, who was present today, to give him a courtesy notice regarding the complaint, and we discussed ways to come into compliance. During that conversation, Raul was advised that if he continued to operate as a nightclub or event hall, serving alcohol and food inside the presence and having loud music play, a notice of violation would be issued. I checked social media and ran an electronic search and found several flyers showing the business was operating in violation of city approvals and city ordinances. Those flyers are in the file. During the night hours of March 20th and early morning hours of March 21st, Sergeant Gelling of the West Palm Beach Police Department, along with Code Supervisor Posner and Code Officer Phil Cartwright, observed the business operating outside of how a tobacco retail store would operate. After the notice of violation was issued, I contacted Raul, and we discussed ways we again discussed ways how he could come to compliance. A notice of violation was issued due to the police department and code supervisor and code officer's Cartwright's observations. And we also discussed the code enforcement process. Raul stated he wished to comply, however, he had several engagements and lineups scheduled, and he feared he wouldn't be able to comply at this time. After that conversation in late March, our office continued to receive complaints. Raul and I have been in contact regularly and on several occasions as the business continued to operate outside city approvals and in violation of city ordinances. On April 11th at 1:45 a.m., Sergeant Heiser of the West Palm Beach Police Department reported to me that while he was responding to a fight that was occurring outside the business, he observed patrons pouring and consuming alcohol coming in and out of the business. He also observed a doorman standing outside who appeared to be a bouncer. An email of Sergeant Heiser's report is in the case file. Yesterday, I was contacted by Raul's business partner, Jeffrey. During that conversation, he confirmed that alcohol and food is being consumed and sold inside the business regularly, and there's a live DJ there from time to time. As of today's date, I haven't heard from the respondent, however, or the property owner. As of today, the property remains in violation of Code Section 106A for trash and debris being stored to the rear of the business, 82-144 for not having a business tax receipt, 22-32A for not having a certificate of use for operating a nightclub or event hall, and 94-6 for restrictions upon land use as a nightclub is prohibited in a zoning area. The city is asking for the trash to be removed within 10 days or a $50 a day fine be assessed. The city is also asking for a finding of fact for violating the other code sections for the business tax receipts, COU, and land use restrictions.
Sir, can you tell me your name?
Raouf Saleh.
I'm sorry?
Raouf Saleh.
So the city says you're operating a nightclub.
We apologize. We got rid of the nightclub. We took off everything. It was bad management. Start off wrong, and it's not going to happen again. Mr. Joe was helpful, and we apologize, and we're fixing it. We fixed it. It's not going to be a nightclub anymore.
Right, so
Because people we opened a retail hookah lounge.
You have to speak into the mic.
We opened a retail hookah lounge, but the problem in Florida, West Palm Beach, they understand the hookah lounge as a nightclub. So the whole time we had a bad management, they thought they were running a lounge according to a nightclub. They don't know how to run a lounge like a retail lounge. They were running a nightclub. So we fixing it. We fix it. We take care of it. We apologize. We have everything.
Okay, so what the city is asking me to do here is they're asking me to order you to clean up the trash and debris around the property.
It's already been done.
Yeah, so they want to give you 10 days to do that. The other thing they're asking me to do is make a finding of fact. This is basically what they're asking me to do is enter an order that you were operating a nightclub on this property. The reason that is significant is that if they catch you doing it again, they can cite you as a repeat violator, which has more significant fines that begin immediately when they find it happening. Otherwise, if you don't actually operate a nightclub again on the property, then the finding of fact or violate the code sections they're talking about, then the finding of fact isn't all that relevant. It's, if you're really done doing that, then it doesn't really matter. But it does matter if they catch you at it again. Do you understand?
Not a problem, yes.
All right. All right, in case CE 2103050, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of the listed code sections. Respondent has 10 days to come into compliance as to 18106A. And I just take judicial notice of the fact that the respondent has been in violation of 2232A, 82144, and 94-6. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Thank you.
That's all we have for contested matters at this time. Next case number 4931 Macy Street, CE 210200131.
Erica, what number?
4.
Officer Luster with the West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. Good morning. This property was cited for delinquent rental license and certificate of use. The property was cited for rental license and certificate of use. Property was certified mail was signed on 2/21/2021. Property was posted on 4/12/2021. It is occupied. I've only spoke to a person under the age of 16, and that I couldn't do, so I left the property. And I've phoned the property owner from the records, the application on file. I've posted the property and sent certified mail with no response. I'm asking for 10 days to come into full compliance or $100 per day.
You said the property is occupied by renters?
Yes.
How do we know that?
Well, renter answered the door, but they were underage, so I couldn't go any further with that. And the property owner, this is a delinquent license, so he's already had application and rental license issued in the past.
All right, so you confirm there are people living on the property that are not the owner?
Correct.
And you wanted to give them 10 days to bring the property into compliance?
Yes.
And to do that, all they have to do is apply for the rental license?
Just renew it. It's a renewal.
Or just renew it?
Yes.
And the fine you were seeking?
Excuse me?
The amount of the fine that you were seeking in this case?
100 per day after the 10th day.
100?
Yes.
All right, in case, well, for the record, is anyone here on behalf of the owner of PIC LLC? All right. Case number CE21020131, want to make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice is sufficient from the property in violation of 18162A and 2232A. Respondent has 10 days to come into compliance or a fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 5, 325 11th Street, CE 21030340.
Good morning. Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. The property at 325 11th Street was originally cited on March 19th of 2021 for clean and sanitary conditions, excessive overgrowth, inoperable vehicle, and clean up the center right away. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on March 19th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that for ordinance 34-102-B, there be a $100 a day fine, if not corrected within 10 days. For all other violations, the city is asking for an abatement after 5 days.
Is this an abandoned property?
No, sir, it's not.
So there are people living on this property?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
So you have excessive growth?
On the
Operable
back of the
vehicles?
property, yes, sir, on the back of the property, on the property as well.
Have you had any contact with whoever's living on this property?
No, sir, there's been no contact with the owner.
Why does the city want an abatement?
There have been raccoons that have been in the back and also nesting in the trees that are on the property. So we believe that cleaning up the back portion of the property and eradicating all of the overgrowth would help with that situation.
So the current conditions on the property constitute habitat for vermin?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Which is a threat to the health, safety, and welfare?
That is correct.
So you wanted to give them 5 days to remove the vehicles? Is that it?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And you wanted an abatement on the rest?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And just nothing from the respondent at all, huh? No effort to bring this property into compliance?
No,
that you
sir.
can tell?
No phone calls, no email, no contact.
All right, in case CE21030340, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18106B, 34102B, 18106A, and 744C5. As to 34102B, I give the respondent 5 days to bring the property into compliance or a fine of up to $25 per day may issue. as to 18106B, 18106A, and 744C5, and make further finding that said violation constitutes a threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the city of West Palm Beach. I order the respondent to bring the property in compliance within 5 days. In the absence of compliance, I hereby authorize the city to enter the property and abate any and all violations. I hereby assess the cost of said abatement against the property and property owner.
Thank you.
Number 7, 419 Roseland Drive, CE 21030368.
Good morning. Officer Sonia Bin, City of West Palm Beach, Code Enforcement. This property was cited on March 17. The notice of violation was posted on April 1st. Certified mail was sent on March 20th. This property was cited for 18106A, 18106K, and 9471C. I have not made contact with the property owner. The property is still in violation of codes 18106B and 9471C. Code section 18106K is now complied. The city has requested an additional 10 days to gain compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Sonia, you had mentioned
So they trimmed-
18106B. Did you mean 18106A?
Yeah, I assume you meant A, right? That it's not in compliance with 18106A? You didn't say
Correct.
18106A.
A, yes. I'm sorry.
The landscape maintenance, what did they do to bring that into compliance?
They cut the landscape. The landscape is fine, as well as in the easement as well. The problem that the property has now is the trash and debris and outdoor storage.
Those are the tires?
The tires and the plastic buckets, as well as boards and plastic containers in the front of the property as well.
So all they have to do to bring the property in compliance is remove the trash and the outdoor storage?
And that's it, correct.
Well, 10 days seems reasonable to me. All right, in case CE 2103038, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18106A and 9471C. Respondent has 10 days to bring the property in compliance, or fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 9 is complied, 351 Edmore Road, CE 210200008. Number 12, 1803 North Tamron Avenue, CE 210300401.
John Fresco, West Palm Beach Code. We're going to reschedule that case.
Number 13 is rescheduled, 1907 North Tamron Avenue, CE 210300405. Number 14 is complied, 1515 North Dixie Highway, CE 210300407. Number 15, 1107 18th Street, CE 210200196.
Good morning, Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on February 11th. Certified mail was signed for on, February 19th and April 12th. The property was posted April 12th. Property was cited for 18106A, 7434A1J, 94302A4, 94442E, and 9471C. I've had no contact with the property owner. At this time, the city is requesting an additional 30 days or $50 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right. Is anyone living here?
Yeah, it's occupied.
All right, so the clean and sanitary is the garbage that I see.
Yeah, garbage all around, in the front porch, just garbage all around.
And the garbage cans are in a visible place from the street.
Yeah.
What's the problem with the fence? Is the fence in a, yeah, it looks like the
Yeah.
fence is in a state of disrepair.
Yeah, just need a little repair, little
Looks
TLC.
like we're missing sod, and we have outdoor storage, okay. And you were looking for 30 days or $50 per day?
Yes, sir.
And you've had no contact with the owner?
None.
Or resident? No. All right, in case CE 210200196, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18106A, 7434A1J, 94302A4, 94442E, and 9471C. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $50 per day may issue.
Number 17, 508 21st Street, CE 210309290.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on March 12th. Certified mail was sent out March 16th. Property was posted April 2nd. Property was cited for 1816A, 1816B, 18215B, 74-483, and 74-4C5. I've had no contact with the property owner. Special Magistrate, at this time, the city is requesting a finding of fact. They did cut the grass, but it was after the compliance date given.
What about the other violations?
It's all the same. They cleaned it up, but after the compliance date.
Is the city seeking a finding of fact on all of the code sections listed?
All of them, yes.
What was the compliance date?
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a second. It was, I can't see. Yeah, it was April 2nd.
And when did it come into compliance? I'm just trying to get on the record that they complied after the time required.
Yeah, sorry, let me look at the notice. I can't see this far. The bottom, yeah, that one. No, bottom, lower, yeah. Go down. Yeah, the 2nd. April 2nd.
So, and when did they actually comply?
Sometime after that. So what happened was, with this case in Michigan, I had the photographs. My camera got corrupted the day before of the last hearing, so I wasn't able to present it. The last hearing we had, it was still overgrown, which was, when was that? The 6th? I can't remember. The 6th. Yeah, it was still overgrown at that time, but my camera got corrupted and I wasn't able to upload the pictures, so I had to recite them again.
I'm good, as long as you can confirm that the
Yeah, I
property was
can.
not in compliance after April 2nd. All right. All right, in case CE 210302990, I make the following findings of fact on the law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property has been in violation of 18106A, 18106B, 18215B, 744A3, and 744C5. Has since come into compliance, but after the required compliance date.
Thank you.
Number 18, 2020 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, CE 210300096.
Good morning, Officer Williams, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was originally cited on March 5th, 2021. The certified mail was sent out March 8th, 2021. That was returned March 25th, 2021. The property as well as City Hall was posted on April 9th, 2021. To date, I've had no contact with the owner. They were originally cited for 22-32-A and 82-144. The city is requesting for 22-32-A, 10 days or $100 a day fine thereafter, and for 82-144, a one-time fine of $250.
So we're talking about Bangkok Cha,
Yes, sir.
and that business is still in operation?
Yes, sir. It's currently under construction. They moved locations from literally just a couple suites down. They got 2 suites now. They're just making it bigger. But they're still open, still a business here in West Palm, but they haven't. Okay. But they haven't updated their business tax receipts as of yet.
They're not here for this case, are they?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, in case CE 210300096, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 2232A and 82144. Respondent has 10 days to come to compliance to 2232A or a fine of up to $100 per day may issue. As to 82144, respondent is fined a one-time fine of $250.
Number 19, 1645 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, CE 210300113, Hispanic Council and Wellness, LLC.
Officer Williams, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was originally cited March 5th, 2021. Certified mail was sent out March 8th, 2021. That was returned April 2nd, 2021. I've had no contact with the owner. The property was hand-delivered as well as City Hall posted on April 9th, 2021. The property was originally cited for 22-32-A and 82-144. Those violations are still in place as of this morning. The city is asking for 22-32-A, 10 days to bring that into compliance, or $100 a day fine thereafter. And for 82-144, a one-time fine of $250.
What is the business that's operating here?
Hispanic Counseling and Wellness, LLC.
And it is still currently operating as a business?
Yes, sir. Per the young lady at the desk there, they are still in operation.
Ah, that's actually you serving the paper.
Yes, sir.
An action shot.
Yes, sir.
Did they indicate that they intended to pay this?
I haven't spoken with the owners of the business, just the concierge there at the front.
All right, in case CE 210301113, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 2232A. Respondent has 10 days to bring that into compliance, or a fine of $100 per day may issue. As to 82-144, I issue a one-time fine of $250.
Number 2050 North Congress Ave, 404, CE 210300535.
Officer Williams, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was originally cited on March 26, 2021. The certified mail was sent out on March 29, 2021. That was received March 31st, 2021. The property was hand-delivered as well as City Hall posted on April 9th. As of yesterday, I have gotten in contact with the owner. And behind us, we have the tenants of the property who were evicted this morning. I've explained to both parties that the city does not get involved with civil matters. So whatever situations were going on were obviously a civil matter between the two of them. The property was originally cited for 18103-I, 18-106-A, 18-106-E, and 94-6. After talking with the property owner yesterday afternoon, all violations are still present. As I stated, he, as of this morning, evicted the tenants that were there due to non-payment of the rent. And he does intend to fix it up and obviously rent it back out. So the city is requesting 90 days to bring that into compliance, or $500 a day fine thereafter.
Why 90 days?
That's what the owner requested because of the damage to the apartment. He says it would take him about 90 days to fix everything.
Someone speaking? You got to come up to the, if you're going to speak, you got to come up to the podium and tell me who you are.
I'm not exactly sure how to address you, Your Honor, but in reference to this.
Sir, just
Sir, you
first
gotta-
we're going to swear you in.
Yes,
You got to tell me your name first.
my name is Rodney Duhart. I'm a tenant, was a tenant.
All right, you got to raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under penalty of perjury and the laws of the state of Florida.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
All right, sir, what is it you want to tell me?
I would like to tell you is I was a resident here for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. I moved from Orlando. The gentleman is renting out rooms, this guy Dion, for years. It's not mine. I moved in here paying $300 a week. Just maybe 6 months ago, he dropped it down to $200 a week. Every other tenant had their own price. One of the tenants happened to be my stepson that was rooming with him there and prior to other places. The gentleman took the compressor out 2 months ago. The air, we had no air. I have 3 children living in the room with myself. There was a gentleman living across the hall, and then there's my stepson with his 4 children and his fiance. She's pregnant. The man took the air. He's never did exterminations. We wash clothes, and roaches come out of our clothes. We have rats. I have pictures, videos of rats and roaches accommodating themselves in every aspect, to eating our food, to being in our clothing, to just overriding the house. We have rat traps, we have roach traps, everything. Bed bugs are coming out of the walls. We were renting as my room, I'm paying separate. So if you're renting like a hotel, like it's a room, you're supposed to be liable for the bed. I told him to change the bed. He never changed the bed. He never got it exterminated. My stepson was kicked out. This is unbeknown to me. This is new to me, that he was served an eviction notice that he was getting kicked out for non-payment, which was not true. I worked for this gentleman for a few years, the guy who kicked us out. So I had my son. Prior to me coming down here, my son was affiliated with these people and the owner to this place 3 years. Worked for him. They're crooked, period. They do illegal buildings. They're not permitted. They all got padlocks. We all pay rent separately, and none of us have a lease. Okay? He went ahead and said that's for non-payment, which is not true. It doesn't state anywhere in the documents that for his eviction.
Sir, let me stop you there just for a second. I'm not an investigatory body. I don't investigate things. In fact, it's well beyond the scope of my authority.
Yes, sir.
Basically, my role here is when the city brings code violations is to
Yes, sir.
determine whether or not those code violations are valid.
Yes, sir, they are valid.
Yeah, if you think that there's a person operating in violation of either the law or the codes of Florida, you need to bring that directly to the city and allow them to investigate those things.
Yes, sir.
But there's nothing really that I can do for you in this context. It's not my role. I'm a code enforcement magistrate.
So as far as the extermination, as far as the taking of the compressor, and as far as the living conditions being inhumane?
I'll let you in on a secret. I'm about to find that he's in violation of these code sections and that the city has to enforce them. But that it's not relevant to your particular dispute with him. It's not. I don't handle civil matters.
Correct. I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
I just wanted to state that I was, and Ms. Gina was kicked out illegally.
Yeah, that's something that I think you're going to need some legal help with.
Yes, we did a writ right now, and we went to the court, and we went ahead and petitioned it and asked for emergency from the judge to look at that, because we're not even on the eviction, and we were kicked out.
Yeah, so I would definitely seek some legal
And I
advice
have
for that.
children.
I wish I could help you. It's just not. It's not something that I have the authority to do.
Yes, sir.
Can I say something?
Ma'am, if you're going to speak, we're going to have to swear you in. Swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under penalty of perjury and the laws of the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. What's your name?
Gina Matthews.
And what would you like to tell me, Gina?
I would just like to say that I think this is very disrespectful. The landlord has turned off the electric during the pandemic. Last year in March, after I paid him $2,000, the next day he told me to get my things out the freezer, and he turned the lights out for 2 weeks. He had, Mr. Marcus had the texts where he had sent me and say that I'm worse than a human. And that's exactly how he's treating us. And I don't think it's fair that we have to suffer for 2 months with no air. And he's asking the court to give him another 90 days. And we're living there where, since it's so hot, as we have roaches and rats, and there are 7 kids in there, Your Honor.
Ma'am,
Yes.
stop me if I'm wrong. The city has represented that there isn't anyone living in there right now, that everyone has been evicted. Is that not true?
Yes, sir. I just paid electric yesterday, and I had I called
Okay,
the
roll back. Are you still living there?
Well, we're trying to get back in there. We just have to wait and see what the judge has to say.
When is your hearing?
We just wrote a motion just now, like 10 minutes ago,
Okay.
because we got illegal.
But currently you're not in the property? Okay. I don't have the authority to order him to put you in the property, and I don't have the authority to mitigate the dispute that you have between him. But I will
No.
take your testimony into account on what I do with his code violations, okay?
Okay, but what I was saying, Your Honor, is 90 more days for him to put air back in, if we do go back in there?
We're still waiting for the motion, and we have legitimacies, being that we weren't even
And it's already been 60 days.
I mean, what you're trying to litigate is a landlord-tenant matter, and that's just beyond the scope of my authority, but I will take what you told me into account on what I do on the code violations.
Thank you.
Did the property owner tell you why they needed 90 days to fix the property?
No, that's what he requested.
It's not
90
broken, he
days
just
to fix
removed the AC
everything.
unit from the roof. That's very mean. I think it's not even human-like.
All right, in case CE 210305535, I'll give the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18103I, 18106A, 18106E, and 94-6. I'll give the respondent 30 days to bring the property into compliance or a fine of up to $250 per day, Mayor. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Number 21, 610 Clematis Street, 231, CE 21010276.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 610 Clematis Street, Unit 231, cited for 18162A, a rental license, and 2232A certificate of use. Cited this property on January 22nd, 21. Certified mail was received March 2nd, 21, and posted April 6th of 21. No contact with the owners of the property. It was verified by the front desk that it's still occupied. The previous rental license expired September 30th of last year. So I'm asking 10 days or $100 a day after that.
This is a renewal,
It is.
and the property is still being rented out?
Yes.
Did you confirm that there are renters on the property?
I did, yes, by the front desk.
And you want to give them 10 days or $100 per day?
Yes, sir.
Have you had any contact with the owner?
No contact at all.
Notice by posting and certified mail?
Yes.
All right, in case CE 210100276, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18162A and 2232A. Respondent has 10 days to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $100 per day, Measure.
Number 22, 610 Clematis Street, 327, CE 210100278.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 610 Clematis Street, Unit 327, cited for 18162A rental license and 2232A certificate of use. Property cited January 22nd of 21. Certified mail received by the owner on 3/2 of 21, and the property was posted 4/5 of 21. No contact with the owner. This is a renewal. The previous one expired September 30th of last year. I'm asking 10 days, $100 a day fine after that. Verified by the front desk of the property.
You verified that there are tenants on the property?
Yes.
All right, in case CE 210100278, hereby make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18162A, 2232A. Respondent has 10 days to come to compliance or fine of $100 per day, Measure.
Number 22, 610 Clematis Street, 327, CE 210100278.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 610 Clematis Street, Unit 4418, cited for a rental license, certificate of use. Property is actually cited January 22nd of 21. Certified mail sent and received 3/2 of 21. Property posted 4/5 of 21. Previous rental license expired September 30th of last year, so this is a renewal. I'm asking 10 days to comply or $100 a day after that. And it is occupied, verified by the front desk of this property.
It's occupied by people that are not the owner?
Not the owner, no.
Yeah. All right, in case CE 210100279, to make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18162A and 2232A. Respondent has 10 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of $100 per day, Measure.
Number 23, 610 Clematis Street, 418, CE 210100279.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 610 Clematis Street, Unit 418, cited for 18162A rental license and 2232A certificate of use.
Property cited 1/22 of 21. Received certified mail on 3/2 of 21. And the property was posted 4/5 of 21. This is a renewal. The previous license expired September 30th of last year. I'm asking 10 days or $100 a day after that, and verified by the front desk, no contact with the owner of the property.
Which case number is this?
23.
What's the address?
Didn't we just do 23?
Are we doing which number?
We did 22.
24 is what, 510?
Yeah, number 24.
I thought we were on 23.
I'm pretty sure I just did 23 because I have a notation here. We did
21, 22, and 23?
We already did 3 of Don's cases with the
So it's only one left, fourth one, right?
Okay.
rental
No, then
license.
24. 515 Canoga Drive, CE 210400186. I guess I missed it.
Okay, 515 Canoga Drive.
I just assumed it was me because I'm usually the one that screws it up.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 515 Canoga Drive, cited for 94446-2-C-3, which is tree abuse, or 94448D1, tree alteration permit they do not have. And I cited this property actually 4/8 of 21, and certified mail was sent on 4/9 of 21, posted on 4/13 of 21. No contact with the owner of the property. I'm asking 30 days to comply or $100 a day fine after that.
How do they comply?
Get a permit, because they removed several trees, palm trees. If they can get a permit for that, then that's fine.
What about 944462C3? Is getting the permit, does that bring them into compliance on both?
No, the tree abuse, they're gonna replace it with trees. They should be putting new trees back in, some palm trees that they removed. And the permit for the ones that they removed,
So they need to get a permit and they need to replace the ones they removed.
correct, yes, sir.
Can they do that in 30 days?
Yes, I think so.
Have you had any contact with the owner here?
No.
You know, in an abundance of caution, I'm going to give them 45 days because I don't know how long it takes
That's
to
fine.
get trees
Yeah,
put in there.
45 days is gonna be fine, that's fine.
It seems like they have a lot of work ahead of them there.
Okay.
All right, in case CE 210400186, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 944462C3 and 94448D1. Respondent has 45 days to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Number 25, 1001 Okeechobee Boulevard, CE 2103092.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1001 Okeechobee Boulevard, the Marriott was initially cited on 3/12/21. Certified mail was sent on 3/15/21. The certified mail receipt was returned. The notice was hand-delivered to the front desk there. Property was cited for 18106A, clean and sanitary, 94315A, dumpster screening, more specifically, proper enclosure for propane tanks that were being improperly maintained in the parking lot. 94-315-B-1 outdoor storage, and 94-485-G, traffic control aids. There were a number of broken wheel stops. As of last evening, the following sections have complied: 18106A, 94-315-A, and 94-485-G. The remaining code sections are 94-315-B, which deals with the outdoor storage, and that is...
Is that the containers?
Yes, the containers are part of it. The containers are part of the outdoor storage. Also, the other outdoor storage that remains are stones and some type of flooring that they use in portions of the hotel. I have been in contact with Stephanie McKenna, who's the chief engineer on site there at the Marriott. Have spoken with Stephanie via the phone on numerous occasions. Stephanie and I also met at the property on 2 occasions. The Marriott also hired a company by the name of Carlton Fields, which their specialty is planning and also governmental consulting. Been working with a gentleman.
That's a law firm.
Say again?
That's a law firm, isn't it, Carlton Fields?
Yes.
Yes, also, another arm of what they do is they provide consulting as well for planning and governmental consulting. And I've been working with a gentleman by the name of Joseph Verdone. Spoke to Joseph on many occasions as well. But short of a long story is that they've corrected most of the violations. What the city is requesting is 30 days to comply the outdoor storage as it relates to the stones and the flooring, 30 days to either remove those or put them inside of the storage containers, and 180 days in order to comply the tying down of the storage containers on site or remove them altogether. They have been working with planning and zoning in order to get the approvals for the storage containers. It does look like there's a possibility or a likelihood that they can get the approved permitting in order to leave the storage containers where they are, just with a little bit of repositioning. But it's somewhat of a drawn-out process. So the city's requesting 180 days to comply that portion of the violation. And if they don't comply, the city's requesting a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
And they're agreeable to those timeframes?
Yes, they are. In fact, I emailed both Joe and Stephanie so that there is written documentation in terms of this is what we agree on, and this is what I'm going to request at the hearing with the magistrate. And so they did confirm that that they are agreeable to these terms.
Okay, in case CE 2103092, I make the following findings of fact on law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 94315B1. I order them to come into compliance in the following ways. As to all the outdoor storage, with the exception of the storage containers, they shall have 30 days to bring the property into compliance. As to the storage containers, they have 180 days to bring the property in compliance. The failure to bring either into compliance subjects them to a fine of up to $100 per day.
Number 26 is complied, 215 Clematis Street, CE 210300293. Number 27 is complied, 777 South Flagler Drive. Number 225, CE 210300343. Number 28, 1016 Clear Avenue. Number 4, CE 210400165.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1016 Clare Avenue. Suite number 4 was cited on 4621. Certified mail was sent on 4721. There's no receipt on file for the certified mail. Although I posted the property as well as City Hall on 4/8/21. In the interim of posting the property, I had an opportunity to speak with a business operator there at the premises, which it's a gym. Spoke with him with regard to the expired business tax receipt and the certificate of use. He said that he's aware of it, indicated that he would take care of it. Upon checking the system on last evening, there's no indication in the system that it has been paid. The city's requesting a one-time fine of $250 on the BTR 82144 and 30 days in order to take care of 22-32-A, the certificate of use, or a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
And the business is still operating?
Yes, it is. Every day.
All right, in case CE 2104016 I make the following findings of fact on law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 82144 and 2232A. As to 82144, I issue a one-time fine in the amount of $250. As to 2232A, respondent has 30 days to come into compliance or fine of $100 per day mission.
Number 29701 South Rosemary Avenue, 123, CE 2104067.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 701 South Rosemary Avenue, suite number 123. Business name, The Shade Store. Was initially cited on 4/6/21. Certified mail was sent on 4/7/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. The property, as well as City Hall, was posted on 4/8/21. When I was posting a notice, I also spoke with an employee there at the location with regard to what the notice entailed and what it was about and the time constraints involved. The property was cited for 22-32A, certificate of use, and 82-144. I also went as far as to speak to someone from the corporate office over the phone, advised them that the license had expired, and they indicated that they would take care of it. Nevertheless, as of last evening, it has not been taken care of. So the city's requesting one-time fine of $250 on 82-144 and 30 days in order to comply 22-32A, or a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
I always find it fascinating when they say they're going to comply and yet they still don't. That's a lot more than you would think.
It's.
I wonder if they perceive that that means that the cities are not going to pursue it.
Yeah, I don't know. It happens so frequently with a lot of these businesses. It's almost like,
All right, case CE 2104016 I make the following findings of fact on law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 2232A, 82144, respondent is issued a one-time fine in the amount of $250. For 82144, respondent has 30 days to bring 2232A into compliance or a fine of $100 per day mission.
Thank you.
Number 713 25th Street, CE 210300279.
Good morning. Ray Leung, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, 713 25th Street, was initially cited on 3/11/21 with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 3/19/21. Certified mail was sent out on 3/12/21. Property was cited for 18106B, 18106A, and 18215B. No contact has been made with the owner, and all violations still exist. Special Magistrate, the overgrowth of this property poses a potential threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city requests 10 additional days for compliance to be achieved or abatement.
Looks like a lot of overgrowth, huh? Has there been any evidence that they've been trying to bring this property into compliance?
No contact with the owner, no contact with anyone, and the overgrowth is still present.
All right, in case CE 2103029 I make the following findings of fact on law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 18106A, 18106B, and 18215B. Make further finding that said conditions of the property constitute a threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the city of West Palm Beach, or the respondent to bring the property into compliance within 10 days. In the absence of compliance, I hereby authorize the city to enter the property and abate any and all violations. I hereby charge the cost of said abatement against the property and property owner.
Thank you.
Number 3001 Windsor Avenue, CE 210300383.
Ray Leung, City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3001 Windsor was initially cited on 3/17/21 with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 3/19/21. Certified mail was sent on 3/18/21. Property was cited for 18106A, trash and debris, and 34102B, inoperative vehicle. Contact has been made with the owner, who did comply all code sections, but after the compliance date of 4/5/21, compliance was actually achieved on 4/11/21. Therefore, Special Magistrate, the city requests a finding of fact on this case.
So the cars are gone and the,
Yeah, everything was complied, but it was 6 days after the compliance date. This property has had numerous violations in the past for pretty much the same, pretty much the same violations. This time, because it was complied after the compliance date, the city is requesting a finding of fact.
all right, in case CE 2103038, I make the following findings of fact on law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18106A and 34102B. Respondent has come into compliance, but after the required compliance date.
Thank you.
Number 33, 2701 Rosemary Avenue, CE 210300518.
Ray Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 2701 Rosemary Avenue was initially cited on 3/25 of 21. Notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 4/1/21. Certified mail was sent on 3/26 of 21. Property was cited for 34102A and 94482A. Contact has been made with the owner, who requested more time. The owner states he's working on obtaining permits to build a structure on the property with the building department. Therefore, Special Magistrate, the city requests an additional 30 days to come into compliance, or $100 per day, until compliance is achieved.
Did you say 30 days?
30 days, please.
And what was the fine amount?
$100 a day.
You said you had no contact with the owner?
No, contact has been made. He did request more time. He said 30 days should be sufficient time. Like I said, he's working on permits. He's going to build on the property, so it's going to be a construction site soon. Within the 30 days, should be more than enough time.
All right, in case CE 210300518, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient from the property in violation of listed code sections. Respondent has 30 days to come to compliance or a fine of $100 per day mission.
Thank you.
Number 34 is rescheduled for 90 days, 937 30th Street, CE 210300621. Number 35, 741 45th Street, CE 210200327.
Good morning. Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm Code Compliance. Property at 741 45th Street was cited on 2/23/21. Notice of violation was posted in City Hall on February 24th, 21. Certified mail was also sent on February 24th, 2021. Property was cited for safe egress, outdoor storage, rotting wood, trash and debris, trash can placement, repairing of walls, plumbing fixtures, and clean and sanitary. As of yesterday, I have made contact with the homeowner, but the property is still not in compliance. City is requesting additional 30 days to come into compliance or $100 a day until compliance is achieved. $35, yes.
How many of those sections are still at issue?
How many? They're all still an issue.
That's a lot of code violations. Is there anyone on this property?
Yes, tenants are there.
What's the egress issue? Is that the
windows are covered with boards. We have windows that were covered with boards. And the door, there's a big gap on the door. It wasn't put on properly.
I guess I saw the rotten wood. All right, that. What's the stairway issue?
The railing were loose and needed to be repaired.
The plumbing?
Yes.
That's that. Bathroom, kitchen floors. Is there trash and debris outside as well?
Yes.
I saw the paint. What's the electrical issue?
There are exposed electrical wires around the property.
There's the garbage cans. Okay. All right. And you want to give them 30 days or how much?
$100 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right, in case CE 210200327, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient from the property in violation of all of the listed code sections. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of $100 per day may issue.
Number 36, 714 45th Street, CE 210300327.
Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm, code compliance. Property at 714 45th Street was cited on March 16, 21. Notice of violation was posted at City Hall on 3/17/21. Certified mail was also sent on 3/17/21. Property was cited for inoperable vehicles, trash and debris, trash can placement, outdoor storage, and unpaved parking. As of yesterday, I have made contact with the owner, but the property is still not in compliance. They're asking for an additional 30 days to come into compliance or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right, let's walk through these. The safe egress, is there a door block, or I guess that
Windows
window?
covered.
Is that window? Junk or abandoned vehicle, is that it, the white one?
There are a couple of them on there.
And they're junk or abandoned because they don't have license or registration?
Correct.
Okay. Garbage can placement, is it visible from the street?
Yes.
Unpaved parking, I can see. Outdoor storage, I can see. Okay. All right, in case CE 210303327, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, give the property owner 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Number 37, 707 45th Street, CE 210303373.
Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm, code compliance. Property at 707 45th Street was cited on March 17, 21. Notice of violation, City Hall was posted on 3/17/21. Certified mail was also sent on 3/17/21. Property was cited for no BTR, COU, or rental license. I have not made contact with the homeowner. City is requesting an additional 30 days to come to compliance or $150 a day until compliance is achieved.
So this is a rental property that's being rented without a certificate of use, business tax receipt, or a rental license?
Correct.
How do we know it's a rental property?
Spoken to the tenant.
That usually is a good way to find out. Have you had any contact with the owner?
No.
I assume you sent them notice through certified mail?
Yes.
No response?
No.
All right, in case CE 210303373, make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, to find the property in violation of 18162A, 2232A, and 82144. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of $150 per day may issue.
Excuse me, is the 82-144 just a one-time $250 fine?
Oop, my bad.
Yeah.
All right, let me amend the previous order. 18144 should be a one-time fine of $250. 18162A and 2232A should be 30 days or fine of up to $150 per day. Thank you.
Number 38, 636 40th Street, CE 210300480.
Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm, code compliance. Property at 636 40th Street was cited on March 23rd, 21. Notice of violation was posted at City Hall on 3/24/21. Certified mail was sent also on March 24th, 24. Property was cited for junk vehicle, outdoor storage, trash can placement. As of yesterday, I have not made contact with the homeowner. Property is still not in compliance. City is asking additional $10 a day or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
10 days or $100 per day.
Correct.
I saw the car there. Was that the red van car? Was that the junk or abandoned vehicle?
Yes, it had flat tires, just sitting there.
Okay. The garbage can is visible from the street?
Yes.
And I can see the outdoor storage. All right, in case CE 210300480, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of 34102A, 7434A1J, and 9471C. Respondent has 10 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $100 per day issue.
Number 39, 520 45th Street, CE 210300495.
Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm, code compliance. Property at 520 45th Street was cited on March 24th, 21. Notice of violation was posted at City Hall on 3/24/21. Certified mail was also sent on 3/24/21. Property was cited for trash can placement, outdoor storage, soil cleaning, and trash and debris. As of yesterday, I have not made contact with the homeowner. Property is still not in compliance. City is requesting additional 10 days to come to compliance or $150 a day until compliance is achieved.
How many days?
10 days.
Or $100?
Or what, sir?
What fine amount did you ask for?
Oh, 150.
150. Was that left out for the trash, or is that just left out?
It was just left out.
And I see clean and sanitary. I see the garbage can. Outdoor storage. Nothing on here that should take very long, right? The bricks. Let's give them 2 weeks, though, because there's a fair amount of work here.
Okay.
All right, in CE 210300495, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of listed code section. Respondent has 14 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $150 per day may issue.
Thank you.
Number 40 is on the other matters agenda. Number 41, 422 Churchill Road, CE 2102014.
Good morning, Officer Levine, City of West Palm Beach Code
I
Enforcement.
feel a number of rental violation cases coming.
I'm the one responsible for that, sir.
I know.
I'm the lone one charged with that in the city, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
This property was cited for failure to obtain a rental license and certificate of use. Certified mail was returned on 2/21. The property was posted on 3/9/2021. On 4/16, I had a conversation with the property owner, and they applied for the license that very set date, but didn't pay until 4/19. In that conversation, I informed the property owner that the hearing was going to be today, and I was going to go forward with the hearing. Even emailed her for her to show up here yesterday for her to show up today. She didn't. So the city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance, or $200 a day thereafter.
So this is a renewal, or
No, this is an initial.
So this is a new one. And how do we know the property is being rented?
The property owner applied for a license on Friday.
Okay. I didn't hear that.
The water bill is in the tenant's name.
Okay. All right, in case CE 2102014, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of 18162A and 2232A. Respondent has 30 days to come to compliance or fine of $200 per day may issue.
Number 42, 361 Gregory Road, CE 2102015.
This property too was cited for failure to obtain a rental license and certificate of use. Certified mail was returned on 2/21. The property was posted on 3/9/2021. The license was applied for on 4/16/2021 and not paid for until 4/19. Property is still out of compliance without an inspection. The city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance at $200 a day thereafter. Water bill for this property too is in the tenant's name.
Any contact with the owner?
Spoke to the owner on Friday. It's the 41, 42, and 43 are the same owners.
And they intend to bring these into compliance?
Well, I'm waiting on a response for them for the inspection, sir.
All right, case CE 2102015, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of code sections listed. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of $200 per day may issue.
Number 43, 375 Lytle Street, CE 2102016.
This property too, like the previous two, was cited for failure to obtain a rental license and certificate of use. Certified mail was returned on 2/21. Property was posted on 3/9. License was applied for on 4/16 and paid for on 4/19. This property is waiting on a response to do a rental inspection. The city is requesting 30 days to come in compliance or $200 a day thereafter.
Same thing, right? Rental license? I mean, it's just the same inspection?
Same owner, yes.
Yeah. All right, case CE 2102016, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of 18162A, 2232A. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of $200 per day may issue.
Number 44, 4021 San Marino Boulevard, 105, CE 210200305.
This property was cited for failure to obtain a rental license and certificate of use. Certified mail was returned on 3/11/2021. The property was posted on 3/24/2021. I've had no contact with the owner. Verification of occupancy was verified by property management. The city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance or $200 a day thereafter.
The certified mail was returned,
Yes, sir, 3/11,
but you posted the property
3/24,
and City Hall?
$200 a day, 30 days to come into compliance or $200 a day thereafter.
All right, and you confirm this with the
As of yesterday,
The
property
condo, okay.
management.
all right. KCE 210200305, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 2232A, 18162A, respond has 30 days to come to compliance or fine of $200 per day, Issue.
Number 45, 4021 San Marino Boulevard, 107, CE 210200307.
This property too was cited for failure to obtain a rental license and certificate of use. Certified mail was returned. Property was posted on 3/24/2021. I've had no contact with the property owner. Verification of occupancy by a tenant was verified by property management as of yesterday. City is requesting 30 days to come into compliance or $200 a day thereafter.
You said you spoke with the tenant?
No, property management.
The property management did? Okay. All right, KCE 210200307. Make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 18162A, 2232A, respond has 30 days to come to compliance or fine of $200 per day, Issue.
Thank you.
Number 46, 2573 Irma Lake Drive, CE 210200279.
I suspect you're going to tell me about pools.
Yep, we got a couple of them. City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. The property at 2573 Irma Lake Drive was cited for unsanitary pools and spas. I originally issued an inspection report on February 18th. The property initially failed that inspection on March 19th. Notice was sent on March 24th. Notice was returned April 6th. The property was posted April 5th. I've had no contact with the property owner. The information I was given on this property is that the owner is in the hospital and his son visits the property from time to time, but the pool is not being maintained. With that being said, city is recommending 10 days or abatement to treat the pool.
Do you believe the condition of the pool constitutes a threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the city of West Palm Beach?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me why?
It needs to be treated for mosquito larvae. Other things may be breeding in that unsanitary water. I don't know what may be in there or what's not in there, but
You can't
it
see
needs
the
to
bottom?
be dealt with.
You can't see the bottom of the pool?
No,
So it could be a hazard for a child if they fell in as well?
correct.
Okay, in case CE 210200279. Oh, it is secure, isn't it? At least mostly?
Say that again?
Is the pool secure?
Yes, there's an enclosure.
So the main concern is going to be the vermin and larvae?
Exactly.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I know.
All right. All right, in case CE 210200279, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 18106N. I make further findings that violation constitutes a threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the city of West Palm Beach. I give the respondent 10 days to bring the property into compliance. In the absence of compliance, I hereby authorize the city to enter the property and abate any and all violations. I hereby charge the cost of said abatement against the property and property owner.
Number 47, 7863 Sand Hill Court, CE 210300105.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. The property at 7863 Sand Hill Court was cited for landscape maintenance, remove dead palm tree in the rear of property, and sanitary pools and spas. Property was posted March 29th. Certified mail was sent March 8th. Certified mail was received March 17th. I've had no contact with the property owner. With that being said, city is recommending 10 days to come into compliance or abatement to remove the dead tree and to treat the pool.
The condition of the pool constitutes habitat for pests, vermin, and mosquitoes.
Yes, sir.
Why does the city want to abate the tree? Is that a concern of the city?
I would just like to see it removed before it becomes an issue.
All right, in case, well, as far as the tree's concerned, I guess it could rot and provide the vermin, for termites and such. Is that what you're concerned about?
Yes.
All right, in case CE 210301005, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 18106K and 18106N. Make further findings that violations constitute a threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the city of West Palm Beach. I order the respondent to come into compliance within 10 days. In the absence of 10 days, the absence of compliance within 10 days, I authorize the city to enter and abate any and all violations. All right, I hereby charge the cost of said abatement against the property and property owner.
Yep.
Number 49, 5089 Ellery Terrace, CE 210300183.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On March 5th, the property at 5089 Ellery Terrace was cited for rental license violation, certificate of use, and address characters. The property was posted March 26th. Certified mail was sent March 10th. Certified mail was returned March 15th. I've had no contact with the property owner. With that being said, city is recommending 30 days to come into compliance or $200 a day until compliance is achieved. But I did verify that the property was being rented per the property manager.
So you spoke with the property manager?
Correct.
Did they indicate they were going to bring this into compliance?
Say that again?
Did the property manager tell you that they were going to bring this into compliance?
Yes, because they do keep track of what's being rented in the community. They're required to go through them.
The agenda includes a garbage can placement. Is the city not proceeding on that anymore?
Repeat?
There's a 7434A1J is cited here as well. The garbage can placement, is that
Oh, the
not an
trash can. It got cut off, I'm sorry. The trash can has been complied.
All right, so that's not an issue anymore?
No.
Okay.
It got cut off on my sheet here, so I didn't see that one.
All right, in case CE 210300183, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 18162A, 2232A, and 78-6. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $200 per day may issue.
Number 50, 5175 Ellery Terrace, CE 210302227.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. The property at 5175 Ellery Terrace was cited for rental license violation, certificate of use, and trash can placement. Property was posted March 26th. Certified mail was sent March 11th. Certified mail was received March 13th. I have been in contact with the property owner. He has since entered an application for the rental. The only thing pending is payment and inspection. The trash can placement is also complied. With that being said, city's recommending 30 days to complete the inspections and payment, or $200 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right, in case CE 210302227, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18162A and 2232A. Respondent has 30 days to come to compliance or fine of up to $200 per day may issue.
Number 51, 4065 North Harbor Hill Road, B7, CE 210300450.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. The business located at 4065 North Harbor Hill Road, Unit B7, was cited for prohibited signage. The business was posted March 26th. Certified mail was sent March 24th. Certified mail was received March 25th. This has been an ongoing violation at this business. He removes the signage. Once I cite him, then he removes them. Then months down the road, he puts them back out again. The last time I was by the business, the signage was back out again after he removed them. So with that being said, the city's recommending 5 days to come into compliance or $150 a day until compliance is achieved.
So is it currently out there now?
Yes, which makes no sense because he removed them and then a few days later, he puts it back out there again. And I've cited this business 3 times for the same infraction.
Well, let's get it on the record then, so at least you can pursue a repeat violation if it happens again.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you wanted what, 5 days or? What were you asking?
5 days or $150 a day.
150, all right. In case CE 210300450, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 94402B 2 to 5. Respondent has 5 days to come into compliance or a fine of up to $150 per day may issue.
Thank you, sir.
Number 52, 724 51st Street, CE 210202991.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on February the 19th. Certified mail was sent February the 22nd. Certified mail was received March the 1st. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106B, 74-34A-1J, and 94-42A. No violations have come into compliance. All violations are remaining. No communication with any property management or homeowner. The city is requesting an additional 30 days or $100 per day after.
All right, I see the trash, clean and sanitary. Where's the excessive growth? The garbage cans are within view of the street?
Yes.
What's the excessive growth?
There's pictures on the, she goes back through them, they're on the side of it. Yeah, they're all, it's all around like that.
I see that in the back. And they're off-street parking?
It's for the driveway. If she goes back one picture, it's for the driveway repair.
Oh, so you believe that's a violation because of the condition of the driveway?
Yes, sir.
I agree with you. All right, in case CE 210202991, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. Find the property in violation of code sections 18106A, 18106B, 74334A1J, and 94482A. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Number 53, 726 56th Street, CE 210203335.
City of West Palm Beach Code Officer Robert Watkins. This property was cited February the 22nd. Certified mail was sent February 24th. Certified mail was not received. Property City Hall was posted on April the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106B, 94-302A-4, 74-34A-1J, 74-71C, 18-106G, and 18-103B. Compliant violations were 94-302A-4 and 18-103B. I've had one communication with the homeowner in reference to cleaning up the property. Not after that, I reached out again to let them know the condition on Monday, and I haven't heard anything back from them. The remaining violations, just so we know, are 18-106A, 18-106B, 74-34A-1J, 94-71C, and 18-106G. The city is requesting additional 30 days or $100 per day after.
What did they bring into compliance? The outdoor storage?
Yeah, the outdoor storage and the structure right there in front of the door. I guess the little post, he fixed it. He did the concrete at the bottom and stood it back up.
Is that the 18103B? Or is that still it?
Yeah, the 18103B was for the post right in front of the door.
The fence is still in disrepair?
Yes, sir.
The garbage cans are still within view of the street?
Yeah, there's one there, and then there's one on the west side of the property as well, along with
It
recyclable
looks like it needs to be
receptacles.
painted. Is the excessive growth in the rear?
Yeah, it's on both sides. When the picture goes back and shows the east and the west side, you'll see it.
Okay. There's still trash and debris on the property?
Yep, yes, sir.
You wanted to give them 30 days?
Yes, sir.
All right, case CE 210203335, make the following findings of fact on law. I find notice is sufficient. Find the property in violation of 18106A, 18106B, 18106G, 7434A1J, and 94302A4. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $100 per day may issue.
Is that right? Is 9432A4 complied or 9471C complied?
9471C was complied, I believe. The outdoor storage was complied. So the fence is still in disrepair.
Is that
It
right?
was 94-302A-4.
Is complied?
Yes, it's compliant.
Is complied. So the fence is not in disrepair? All right, so that was my bad.
Number 54, 618 53rd Street, CE 210203441.
City of West Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited February the 24th. Certified mail was sent February the 25th. Certified mail was received February the 26th. This property was cited for 82-144, 22-32-A, 94-302A-3, 18-106M, 78-6, 94-42-A, and 18-162A. Compliant violations were 18-144, 22-32A, 18-106M, 78-6, 94-42A, and 18-162A. Remaining violations are 94-302A-3. I've had correspondence with the homeowners, and they're just waiting on the permit to come into printed status. They've already applied for it, and that's in reference to the fence. So the city is requesting additional 30 days or 50 days, $50 per day after.
So the only thing that's still at issue is 94-482A?
94-302A-3, which is the permit for the fence.
Okay, so the fence, not the parking.
No, just the fence.
And they've applied for permits?
Yes, the permit's already been applied for. They're just waiting on the inspector to go out so that he could either pass it or fail it.
All right, so I guess we're almost done here. In case CE 2102034, want to make the following findings of fact and law. I find the notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 94-302A3. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or a $50 per day fine may issue.
Number 55, 5107 North Flagler Drive, CE 210300043.
City of West Beach Code, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on March the 3rd. Certified mail was sent March the 3rd. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted April the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-265, 94-302A-4, 18-106G. Compliant violations were 18-106G, 94-302A-4. Remaining violations are 18-265. The city is requesting 20 days or $100 per day after. They just have to get a boarding certificate for the windows that they have boarded, and currently still boarded.
Why do they want to leave boards on the windows?
They've been cited before for remodeling without permits and things of that nature, so I can't tell anything is going on inside, but the windows mysteriously got boarded up again downstairs.
All right, in case CE 210300043, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property is violation of 18265. Respondent has 20 days to come to compliance or fine of $100 per day may issue.
Number 56, 627 55th Street, CE 210300044.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on March the 3rd. Certified mail was sent March the 3rd. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted April the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106B, 94-302-A, 18-106M. None of the violations have been complied. Everything is still outstanding. The city is requesting 10 days or abatement.
Was the property posted?
Yes, sir. The property was posted.
No contact with the owner?
None whatsoever. And everything is as still as the day I took the images and posted it.
I can see there's still trash on the property. I can see the excessive growth. Maintenance. What's the problem with the fence?
It's in disrepair on the, there on the east side, as you go, well, it'll be on the next picture. It's leaning on the side, and the neighbors had to go out there and push it up.
Why does the city want to abate?
Say again?
Tell me why the city wants to abate. Is there a health issue?
Yeah, because there have been possums and raccoons that you can physically see when you go there running about inside of the high grass.
It constitutes
Health safety with varmints and...
varmint. Okay. Habitat for varmint, right? All right, in case CE 210300044, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of 18106A, 18106B, 18106M, and 94302A3. Respondent has 10 days to bring the property in compliance. Failure of compliance, the city is hereby authorized to enter the property and abate any and all violations. The cost of said abatement is charged against the property and property owner.
Can I just get a clarification on the 94302A3? How do we abate that?
Yeah, that's a fair point. What do you want to do on the fence?
I would, not really abate it, but I would have a contractor go out there and just clean the lot out, cut it and clean.
Well, yeah, why don't we bifurcate this? Let's give the, okay, so let's do it this
It's
way.
the fence permit violation.
Let's,
So we can't abate that, I don't
Yeah,
think.
won't be abating the fence permit, just the one for the high grass.
All right. I'm going to amend the previous order so that the abatement order only applies to 18106A, 18106B, and 18106M. As to 94302A3, we'll give them 30 days to come into compliance or a fine of $25 per day shall issue.
Number 57, 742 53rd Street, CE 210300430.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on March the 19th. Certified mail was sent March 24th. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted April the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-144. Just the violations for the BTR is delinquent. I haven't had any correspondence with the property owner or anyone. It's still remaining. The city's requesting 15 days or $50 per day after.
So there is a business operating on this property?
Yes, sir.
And they do not, the last time you checked, they do not have a business tax
Yeah,
receipt?
it's delinquent for the rental license. There's still tenants there. There's numerous amounts of tenants that come in and out of one of the units, and it's no BTR on it. It's a delinquent.
So you're seeking the one-time fine of $250?
Yes, sir.
And you confirm there are tenants on the property?
Yes, sir.
All right, in case CE 210300430, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. Find the property in violation of 82144, issue one-time fine of $250.
Number 58, 4905 North Flagler Drive, CE 210300433.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on March 19th. Certified mail was sent March 24th. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted on April the 2nd. This property was cited for 82-144. Remaining violation, 82-144. The city's requesting 15 days or $50 per day after, the $250 one-time fine. And it's the same thing, the business tax receipt, there's tenants there, the business tax receipt is delinquent, and I've heard nothing back from the homeowners. They were the same owners as the last unit that just showed up on there for 724 55th Street.
So you're seeking the same thing, the $250 fine?
Yes, sir.
All right, case CE 210300433, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice sufficient, find the property in violation of 82-144, issue one-time fine in the amount of $250.
Magistrate, can we have a quick break?
I'm sorry?
We get a quick break in between?
Yeah, let's take 5 minutes.